Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's a Spiritual Warrior UK here. Thank you for coming back and joining me again this week, and today we're looking at the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, seeing where they are in the shared space and individual spaces. If you are new to the channel, then thank you for checking us out. Thank you for seeing what we get up to here. Please like, comment and share. Anybody else that you think might find this video useful, also subscribe, press the alarm bell so you never miss a reading. And if you feel drawn to, you can take a screenshot of it on your phone and put it into your Instagram. So you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. We are at the Spiritual Warrior UK. If you want to look at what offerings I have, the website is thespiritualwarrior.uk, and I've just changed my offerings. I've added more. I was drawn to really put more options on there for healing, for people that are struggling in the current situation, feeling quite difficult in where they are within their union, or whether the union's not, where they feel that there's no contact. Are they going mad? Is this really what they think it is? And really trying to put some coaching in there and some other therapies that I do, emotional freedom technique, in releasing these blocks, helping you to come back to yourself and really focus on yourself. Another part of what I do is I have been a holistic practitioner for 25 years. I do keep my businesses quite separate, but Spirit are encouraging me to merge the two together, which I'm a little reluctant to do, but we'll see where it goes, bit by bit. So yeah, please check out all my offerings. The readings are stocked every Saturday, so they've just been restocked. They're available now. I do Divine Masculine readings, Sacred Union readings, and the Divine Self. The Divine Self is really just sort of wanting to bring that energy back onto the self rather than on your divine partner, because what I'm seeing in my collective readings at the moment is that that's kind of taking its toll on people, and draining their energy at the moment is kind of what I'm seeing on the collective. So that's where you find me. That's where you find everything that I have to offer. Please comment on here. You can take a screenshot of the YouTube channel, put it on your social media. I encourage people to come and check me out. I'd be very, very grateful for that, because then that helps me serve more people. And I just want to thank everyone on Instagram. Just reached 1,000 followers. I only really set up these channels like at the beginning of the year, so yeah, quite sort of shocked how quickly it's all grown. So I'm really pleased about that. I was very encouraged by Spirit to set this up. So I'm just trying to be guided and try to help other people, for this reading, who are on a sacred union reading journey, twin flame journey, whatever you call it that resonates for yourself. So, okay, Spirit, let's have a look at the readings. Let's see what's going on in the shared space for my collective, please, Spirit. What do we need to know for the shared space for the collective? Ooh. Okay, these fell on the floor. Okay, just get one more, please. Actually, I'm just gonna clarify. Seems as though they are coming out into... Do you know what? This is so funny, because as I was shuffling and they weren't coming out, my guides had just been a little bit cheeky, and they said to me, you know what this is about? Why are you pulling a clarifier? And then they bring out the same card. So I think they just said to me, you're being a bit lazy. Oh dear, that's so funny for me. My guides are very cheeky, and the energy that it comes through is very, very cheeky. So what I was getting before the clarifiers came out in the shared space is that actually it's a lot more just about this card. So I'm just going to put these to the side for the moment. And this is like the main card of the share space, and these are actually all the clarifiers, though these are the same card. So, and it's very much about both counterparts being good on their own at the moment. Now, I know a lot of you are not going to want to hear that, but what you have to remember about this journey is that you are both masculine and feminine. You have both these energies in you, and I know this really confuses people. So what are you looking at? Are you looking at, is this your counterpart or is this your energy? You really have to kind of go within and see where that resonates. And this is about, the twin flame journey is about a journey to ascension through your twin flame. So you are ascending. There are things that you have to do. You have to do your own journey at the moment if this is resonating for you. You know, and a lot of twin flames are separate. They do this apart. Some do it together. A lot do it apart. And this is about how the two of you are working on your own, but actually doing really well. Now, when the two of you are doing really well, it means that the union is going to do really well. If you look, they're really bringing me to the bird that's on her shoulder. I'm thinking it's a peacock, but actually I don't think it is, because you can't see any of the tails. And actually what it is, okay, I've got it. What it is that the bird has that one of those masks on, so it can't see. And that's really the message of it. And this is the message of the joint space. Even though both of you can't see what the other person is doing, you don't need to be able to see. You don't need to be able to see it with your eyes. When you open your heart, look how purple this card is. When you open your heart, when you open your third eye, so for me the heart is always very pink. I know it's green as well, but for me it resonates. I'm a very rose quartz person, as you can see around here. So for me the heart is pink, third eye purple, but the two very merge into one in this card. You don't need to see what the other person is doing. Everybody is working hard. Okay, that's why the two of them are right there, because they want it to go like this. Everyone is doing their work. Everyone is doing their work to ascension. The masculine side of you is doing it. The feminine side of you is doing it. Your counterpart is doing it. You're doing it, or whichever way that is. I'm just talking energy. So, but you're doing great on your own. That doesn't mean that the union is not going to come back together, because you can't not be together. You are part of each other. But what you are ascending at the moment is individually. What we've got here with the Nine of Pentacles is that sovereignty, that independence, that self-reliance. There are no cracks, there are no holes that you're trying to fill from somebody else. Maybe that's not such a great terminology. You know what I mean? In the fact that, you know, when you're broken and you're trying to get someone else to fix you, you've got two wounded people, and two wounded people don't make a whole. You just make two wounded people. What you've got here is somebody that's whole on their own. Both parties have done the work. Both energies have done the work to become an independent, self-reliant person, unwavering in their belief, not needing to see, trusting and having faith of where you're going, trusting and having faith in the now. Trusting the universe, trusting God, whatever it is resonates with you of what you want to call it, that you are being guided, that you use your other senses, you use your heart, you use your third eye, you use your groundedness to keep yourself stable, and you know that you're doing your work. It doesn't always feel that you're stepping forward, but you are. And it doesn't always feel that you're stepping forward because you're saying, I can't see what the other person is doing. They've not stepped forward, so I'm not seeing anything. I feel disconnected. There was a reason this disconnection had to happen for a while. And it was to really focus on your own energy. So growth could really be ascended at a much, much quicker level. And we've got the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands is about looking out into the horizon. We've got the two, each individual wand for each individual energy. I don't get with this a discontentment, an unhappy inner state. I don't get that. I get looking out and looking forward to what's coming. They've got the world in their hand, looking out at the world, but being patient as the sprouts grow on the individual wands, feeling a sense of security in this energy, in between the masculine and the feminine, because it's balanced, because the work has been done. The energy around this is very, very pentacles. See? Pentacle, pentacle, pentacle. It's very solid. It's very, it's like it's not going anywhere. It's like it's not going anywhere. Be the bird. Trust that you don't need to see where this is going. Just go into the heart. Go into your third eye and just sit in the now. Sit in your own energy that this is a time and a space for you to heal and ascend at an accelerated level. I do feel that there's something around the Lion Gate portal that's coming in. That's in a few weeks' time, 8th of August. That, you know, that the energies are also picking up for that, and there's another shift as well. Okay, let's have a look at where the masculine is, all the masculine energy. 3 of Wands. What's the masculine energy, please? Seven of Pentacles. Patience. There's that patience. This is, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, just give me a clarifier for 4 of Wands in reverse. Thank you. That flew out. Okay, where the masculine is, or the masculine energy is, it's like a progression. It's really interesting how this is all entwined. It's like it's separate, but it's like, they're showing me like a spider's web. It's so intricately, divinely guided, is that there you're looking out, you're looking for the world, you're seeing what's going to come your way, but actually with excitement, because you feel good in where you are. That doesn't mean to say that you're not looking for your counterpart. It just means that there is a sense of achieving something and then sitting in your divinity of it. And here we've got hoping for success. The work is being done. The work is being done singly, but also in the shared space. And there is harvesting that's being done in the masculine space. Not seeing it yet, but waiting for a patience to come. What I actually get with this is that, again, it's very split. These old woundings that used to tie you, that used to bind you, has now gone. There has been a shift with the masculine of something that used to very much bind him. I'm seeing the devil energy, so whether it was an addiction, I don't get drugs or alcohol, but something of possibly an addictive nature, where it could have been an old relationship and there is an old pattern. That old pattern that kept going is what they're showing me. Circles, 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 and that has been broken because the work has been done. You couldn't see it in the past. You couldn't see what this old pattern was, but now you can, because you've done the work and you are seeing things much clearer. What I'm getting is the 4 of Wands in reverse is that you're not going to go rushing in. You want to, like, I feel like there's a pulling coming forward with this, but it almost feels that there's not the right time. You sense that it's not the right time, masculines. It's like you're waiting for something. Again, I'm being shown the Lion, so whether this is the Strength card or whether we're talking about a Leo, we've also got a Wands here, so we could be talking about, because of the Leo is a fire sign, Sag Aries as well, or we're talking again about the Lion's Gate. I keep being drawn and being shown a lion that's coming through here. This is a general collective reading, so take whatever resonates for you. Okay, so again, positive energy, stable energy. This feels, it's like the most solid that the divine masculine has been for, well, since I set up this channel, since the beginning of the year. There is shifts. The shifts have happened. You might not see them, but they have happened. Okay, how does the masculine feel about the feminine? How does the masculine feel about the feminine, please? Okay, this one really wants to come out. King of Swords. Oh, wow. King and Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay, just making sure that you can see those. Wow. It's like I have to pause because the energy around this is, it's like they're showing me a rainbow. The King of Swords can be cutting, as can the Queen. But this is not about that. This is about clearness. This is about truth. This is about clarity. This is about knowing who your person is. Look how he's looking at her. She's not quite looking at him yet because she hasn't seen anything. But she's there. She's got a knowing. She's got a sense. He's in her heart. And he always has been. But the masculine knows. He knows that he wants to step forward. And there's just patience coming through. It's a very sacred is the word that they're giving me. I was going to say divine, but they're saying sacred. It's like a sacred feeling. It's like finding that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I mean, I am surprised at this because the energies have felt very, very detached, and they've been very detached in all the readings that I've done this week. This feels so united. This feels so stable, so together, and so gentle. But there is a clarity of it that is unwaverable. Yeah, I have nothing else more to say about it. It's so solid. Okay, they're drawing me to use another deck for the feminines. Okay, so I don't normally use two separate decks when I do these ones, but who am I to argue? Okay. Divine Feminine. Okay, Spirit, please, Divine Feminine. Okay, interesting. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Where's the Divine Feminine currently, please? Where's the Divine Feminine energies, please? Where's the current Divine Feminine's energies? Thank you. One more, please. Okay, so what I've got here is, so both counterparts were in this Nine of Swords energy, and they've both come out of it. They've both freed themselves by doing the work individually. So what I'm feeling is why this detachment had happened is to really focus on yourself, focus on the own internal energy, and within that, what you then saw was how you were almost hindering the coming together, how you were almost blocking the flow of this by your thoughts, by your own entrapment, by your own sadness. And what they're really drawing to me in this, in with all this, there was a wisdom. You see how the owl's there was a wisdom, there was a knowing. But for the feminines, there was a lot of grief around this. There is a knowing that something new is coming, that something new is being birthed, that there is something subtle. She feels it. She feels that there is a masculine, something new, something communication coming in, something small, unexpected. The Seven of Swords really kind of relates to the Nine of Swords, and that is about how you have been deceiving yourself, how you listen to the egoic mind, how you have stepped out of the trust and the faith, how in the past, where there has been deception, you have let it bind you. But what we've got coming in is, I don't feel that this is the king coming in of pentacles, but what I'm feeling is a much more stable emotional state, a much more grounded state, a much more belief in yourself, a much more self-fulfillment is what they're getting, is what they're telling me. There has been more fulfillment in your work, in your space, in your place. Like everything, as why the detachment came about was about to really harvest down into your own environment and really build your own castle. I don't know why I'm saying castle, but that's the word that I'm being given. And it's like, you know, you had to build this and they're saying without the fortress, you know, without the walls around it, without the gate being up. Interesting. I've never had that analogy with the King of Pentacles before. Yeah, really, really interesting. Again, a very strong energy for the divine feminine. How does the feminine feel about the masculine, please? How does the divine feminine feel about the divine masculine? Thank you. How does the feminine feel about the masculine? Wow. Wow. Look at these cards. We've got the Magician and we've got Temperance. This is about, it's like you've always known about this relationship. If you've ever questioned yourself about whatever partnership that you're looking at this reading for, if you still need confirmation, then this is it for you. This is the spiritual essence of these two counterparts. A magicness about it. Every element needed to make this grow. Every element needed to create balance, to make things happen. The fire and the water, could be talking about a Sagittarian here. Again, we've got a lot of wands and fire signs here. It's like I'm really being drawn to the fire and the water of the Temperance, which is very different in this card than it is to a lot of them. Whereas here I'm really being drawn to see that you've got the fire and you've got the water. So we could, you know, could be talking about a fire sign and a water sign coming together. That's a possibility. But generally what I'm getting drawn to is, it's like these two elements work together. Being in the 3D and the 5D, there is harmony. It's like there's an emergence of the two spaces. They're not so separate anymore. There has been a coming together. There has been an awakening, a higher level of ascension. And though part of this ascension has been difficult, there has been huge, huge growth. That's so lovely. And what I just heard is, and we're so proud of you. And we're so proud of you, feminines. You have grown. You have trusted. You have had faith. And there is balance coming. Also remember that temperance can also be patience. We do, I know, I'm sorry. So we do have a few kind of, working hard, patience coming in here, looking out the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. It's always about looking at patience, which for me is the energy is not quite yet. It's coming in, but not quite yet. Okay, let's go back into the shared space moving forward. Okay, something just flipped onto that one. Nice. Ace of Cups. Shared space going forward, please. So this was on the bottom of the deck, and I got called to take it as well, because what I'm getting is, moving forward, we've got the Ace of Cups, that overfillment of love that's coming in. The lotus that's grown through the muddy waters and comes up through the water into this beautiful blossoming flower. And this is coming about, the Chariot is about moving forward, and that there is movement, but it might not be at the speed that you want it. But also for me, the Chariot is about balance. The Chariot doesn't go, it's really weird. I'm getting a lot of a heart. I can only describe it as palpitations currently at the moment. And for this, it's almost like what I was going to say with the Chariot. It's almost like took my breath away. It's like the Chariot doesn't move if the 2 horses are not going at the same speed, in the same direction. The Chariot doesn't move at all. So there has to be balance, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. There has to be balance, and that is what is coming in, which is where we started the reading. And it's almost like the same energy, it's there. It's like my heart center feels like it wants to burst completely. Coming out of this time where you've been really going within, and now is the time to move forward with passion, but with love, but with that wishes fulfilled, knowing where you want to be, knowing that this is family, knowing that there is a union beyond blood, is what they're giving me, beyond family, beyond the blood. That this is a spiritual connection of all the elements, of the fire, of the clarity, of the groundedness, of the love that comes into complete balance. Like the magician has everything needed to create this, everything needed to create this. So I leave you there with so much love, so much light, and I'll speak to you again soon.